everybody. This is Big Stack Numismatics. I want to welcome all my fellow coin collectors out there. It is Sunday, October 9th, and a beautiful sunny day outside, and I've got a nice new coin that I have added to my collection to show to you today. This is the 1883 5-cent Liberty Head nickel no cents variety. Let's take a closer look here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And as you saw on the top, it is in mint state 66 as judged by PCGS. Some lovely light toning. Very reflective surfaces. Let's take a look at the reverse here. And this is why it's called no cents. Later versions of this coin, right at the very bottom, it says cents under the Roman numeral V. And so this was known as the no cents nickel. And there's actually some really interesting stories around this. And for that, I'm going to go right to the PCGS page where it talks about the story behind the 1883 no cents Liberty nickel. So let's read it together. The 1883 no cents Liberty nickel is one of the most fabled United States coins of the late 19th century. It came along in February 1883 to replace the shield nickel, which debuted in 1866 as the first circulating United States 5-cent denomination with 75% copper and 25% nickel composition. The Liberty Head nickel retained the metallic composition of its predecessor, but was slightly larger in diameter, 21.2 millimeters versus 20.5 millimeters for the shield nickel. The new type, designed by chief engraver Charles Barber, yes, the same Barber of the Barber coinage, incorporates a left-facing bust of Miss Liberty on the obverse, while the reverse initially hit the streets with a simple V, encircled within a wreath to employ the coin's 5-cent denomination. The ultimate design for the 1883 Liberty nickel arose following a series of pattern coinage by Barber, who in the early 1880s was tasked by Mint Director A. Loudon Snowden to execute various patterns for a new 5-cent coin. Okay, going on, V stands for full pop. In many of Barber's patterns for a new 5-cent coin, he expressed the coin's face value with the Roman numeral V, indicating the number 5. While the Congress failed to move on approving any of these designs, Treasury Secretary Charles Folger was adamant about revamping the aging shield nickel design and wanted one of Barber's fresh concepts to appear on the 5-cent coin. Folger opted for a design incorporated the bust of Miss Liberty surrounded on the obverse by stars, paired with the reverse anchored by the Roman numeral V encircled within a wreath, and the motto E pluribus unum, sans, or without the word cents. This design was tested on some 1882 dated patterns that were distributed to Folger and various other officials. While the absence of the word cents could be argued as either a glaring mistake or an artistic statement, there was nevertheless circulating precedent for the denomination of a United States coin to be expressed with a simple Roman numeral. The 3-cent silver and the 3-cent nickel are two coins that arose in the 1850s and 60s, and whose denominations are represented with only the Roman number 3. However, the Roman numerals apparently proved insufficient for denominating the 5-cent coin in 1883. Many in the public noticed the lack of the word cents on the new nickel, and many of these 1883 no cents Liberty nickels were saved in great quantities, perhaps with the notion that they may someday be recalled and replaced with a version clearly stating 5 cents. All right, now here's the fun part. No joshing here. Certainly, some enterprising and unscrupulous individuals capitalized on the situation in their own miscreant way by attempting to pass off gold-plated 1883 Liberty nickels as Liberty Head half-eagles, gold coins of similar obverse design, shape, and weight as the new nickel, and carrying a face value of $5. These so-called racketeer nickels became the stuff of legend, and so too did at least one figure who may or may not have existed, Josh Tatum. Tatum was reportedly a deaf mute who bought merchandise priced at 5 cents at different general stores by paying for the goods with his gold-plated 1883 V nickels. The story goes on to relay that Tatum often received $4.95 back in change, suggesting that the cashiers mistakenly believed the gold-plated nickels to be $5 gold pieces. The law finally caught up with Tatum, but none of the victims could testify against him in court because he never told them his nickels were anything but 5-cent coins. Oh boy, it's a pretty funny story. Is it true? Who knows? I'm going to stop reading there. I'm going to skip on to the third paragraph here under the 1883 no cents nickel today. Perhaps 100,000 specimens of the 1883 no cents nickel survive today, and the coin is readily available in grades of MS64 and even MS65, typical examples of which are obtainable for less than $250. Examples grading MS66 are scarce, trading for 350 and up, and this was written in 2020, by the way. Presently, there are a few dozen specimens graded at MS67 and 10 that have MS67 plus. According to PCGS Coin Facts, these pieces are respectively take 1,800 and 5,650. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Anyway, that was an interesting story and a cool background for this piece. But this this coin, I just love this specific example. I love the luster on it. I'm not sure if I'm picking all that up here on the video, but love to get U.S. historic coinage. All right, real quick, we're going to go over to the certificate verification page on PCGS. And right now it says it has a book value of about $500. Okay, and we're just going to skip ahead to the price guide value and go to the all category here. All right, so interestingly enough, many coins have this huge spike right in the middle in the 80s, and this one only goes back. Let me hold on. Right now, this is the earliest they're showing is July 1st, 1998. I'm not sure why that is, but right around 1999, this coin was considered to be worth almost $1,000, and it traded that way and trended that way. Excuse me. All the way through about 2007, and then it drops down in 2014 to 425, and down to 350 in July 1st of 2019. This is when that article was written, and then we have a little bit of a jump up to $450 in last year in 2021, and then it just appreciated another $50 here in 2022. But yeah, I've wanted this coin for quite a while. I've heard the stories of the racketeer gold, right? Just imagine this coin being plated with gold and how much it would resemble a $5 gold piece. Crazy. All right. One more look here at the reverse. All right, well, there you have it. That's the coin for today. Really appreciate you watching and supporting this channel. If you don't mind, I would love if you gave it a like and consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. But either way, I just appreciate you watching the video, and I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. This is Big Sack Numismatics, and we'll talk to you real soon. Have a good one.